Welcome to today's video. I'm going to be showing you how to build a newsfeed content flow completely using AI and on autopilot. It can literally turn the latest news and trends into short form content, long form content, email newsletters, and everything in between. So it completely removes the need of ideation, thinking of what content to post, even filming it, which can be insanely time consuming, so you're not going to want to miss this. The AI system will blow your mind as it basically does all of that for you, and for the most part, it's actually free to use to start. So get a coffee and let's get straight into it.
Just take a look at how cracked this automation is. It will literally take any newsfeed of what you want, whether it's AI, fitness, investing, dancing, I don't know what you want to create content about, but this automation will literally take that newsfeed live and essentially post it to whatever platform you want just by putting it right here. If you want to post it to YouTube, short form, it can do that just with one click of a button, and you don't even need to press anything because this can run 24/7, 365 days of the year, and it's obviously going to create the content ideas for you. It's going to create the actual AI clone for you, so you don't have to think of ideas, you don't have to, record content. All of that pain is going to be taken away if you just lock in for the next 15-20 minutes and actually watch this video. So yeah, as I'm going to do right now is walk you through it from complete scratch. Just make sure you build this as I'm showing you, otherwise it may get a bit confusing, but nonetheless, the people that do use this are going to be at such a massive advantage. It's going to be obscene. So let's jump straight into it and yeah, get building. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is head over to Google and search for Make.com. If you haven't heard of Make.com, maybe you've been living under a rock, but it is by far the best no-code automation platform where you can build any automations that you choose to. Now, the reason I like it is because it's completely free, you don't have to put your card info in, and it's super easy. So the goal of this video is to actually walk you through building this from scratch. Like, I'm literally going to spend the next 10-15 minutes, no cuts, completely raw, and you can build this as I'm building it. So that's super sick. Maybe open up Make.com and let's just get building together. So the first thing you're going to do is add a module called RSS. Now RSS allows you to basically retrieve a news feed. So you're going to click on watch RSS feed items. Just like that, you have successfully done the first module. All you need to do is actually head over to rss.app. You can pause the video and just look at that URL. It's only this part. And once you go to the homepage, you're going to see something like this, where you can essentially just click on new feed, and you can see that you can get an Instagram feed, an X feed, TikTok feed, LinkedIn. So any Google feed that you want of any topic, whether you're creating content about fitness, whether you're creating content around, AI, which is what I do. It doesn't really matter. You can just get the latest insights by just searching for a URL, topic, or keyword. So if we just search something like, let's do new AI software, and give it literally 5 seconds, you're going to see that it will find the latest, things around AI. However, as I said, you could do this for fitness, you could do this for, art, whatever your topic that you want to help people with and educate the market, that's what you would choose. So yeah, you should be doing that anyway because it's super important in 2025. So once you do that and just click save to my feeds, I'm going to try and speed run this, but you'll get a little URL right here that you can copy, and then all you need to do is paste that in there. So once you paste that in there, just like that, and you click from now on, you have done the first thing, which is integrate a newsfeed into Make.com. So all we need to do now is actually do something called a set variable. So click on the plus and you're going to search for set variable. And I promise you, keep watching because it's really not that difficult. And as you can see, I'm just walking you through it right now. So the reason we do a set variable is because we want to have the choice to be able to choose what platform we want to auto create content onto, if that makes sense. So for example, you could have this as platform, which is the variable name, and then if we wanted to post onto YouTube, you could just type YouTube and it's going to do that. Compared to Instagram, compared to TikTok, LinkedIn, X, you obviously need to give it information. So let's just keep that blank for now. And just like that, we're already cruising past the first part of this automation. So now we're just going to add a router, which allows us to basically have different directions in the workflow. So if we want to post onto YouTube, LinkedIn, X, as I just said, we can do that. The reason we have a set variable is just because we need it to know where it's going to go for what platform. But I promise you, this is going to get easier and easier, and you're going to learn this really quickly. So let's just add let's do 3 or 4 different routes. So this is going to be amazing. So the first thing we're going to do up here is going to be a ChatGPT or OpenAI module. So do that. So create a chat completion is what you're going to click on, and you are going to select the model that you want. This doesn't really matter. Let's just go for 4.0. and we're going to put a prompt. Now, as I said, I'm going to be walking you through this right now, step by step. So what I'm going to do is to speed this whole process up, and this is a quick hack for you if you don't want to have to create a prompt itself, but you can just copy me, just go for like assistant. But we need to give it a prompt right here. So what we're going to do is literally just ask ChatGPT. So once you've loaded up ChatGPT, you can literally just tell it to create you a prompt. So I'm going to say something like, I want you to create me a prompt for my short form content. For context, the information will be from a newsfeed and it's using make.com. So once we click enter, it's going to do its magic and it is going to create us a prompt. So you can see right here it's just giving us the actual like framework, and yeah, it's got the example as well. So that's perfect. So we can just copy that into make.com just like this, very easily, paste it in right here, and now we have a prompt literally created in 10 seconds. And this is quite good. It's got the engagement part as the CTA, which can obviously be changed for like a comment CTA, which does work better for short form. But nonetheless, it's still got pretty short and concise scripts, which is nice. So let's just save that. And if we save that, we are pretty much good to go for the short form. Let's just call this short form, just to make it super clear. And just like that, we have now been able to distribute the news into a short form content script. And we're just going to do that for all four, but we're just going to tweak the prompt to make it about long form. So yeah, you can very easily just do the same thing of just adding here, click OpenAI, create a chat completion, and you can just rinse and repeat this process. But instead of creating short form content scripts, because obviously we need to make it specific to what platform we want to post on, as well as what format we want to post it as, you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to select the model. So let's do 4.0, and let's do the same thing right here, but for long form. So we're going to say something like, now do this for long form YouTube videos. So now it's going to work on that. And yeah, you're just going to rinse and repeat that. So if you want to do an email one, so obviously message is going to be assistant, and then text is going to be whatever it creates right here. So it's going to give you a title, it's going to give you the hook, it's going to give you the context, and this is pretty solid. So yeah, and the best part about this is we're going to actually use my AI clone to create this as well as post it, which is like super sick. So it's going to get even crazier, so just keep watching. But my point is that you're just going to rinse and repeat this to have different scripts based on the news, based on the platform. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not confusing you guys, but you are literally almost done. This is just taking a while. So what we're going to do in the meantime is, whilst that does that, we're going to actually do Kit, because let's say you want to post this to your email newsletter. You can also do that just by connecting it to ConvertKit, which is super easy. You just need to get your URL right here, and you should be good to go. You could do Beehive, you could do another one, but let's just keep it super simple in this example. And we're just going to do a long form and short form one, just so you get the idea, and then you can branch off this in your own time to really develop this a step further. So yeah, it should have done by now. So perfect. So let's just copy all of this. So boom, yeah, we obviously want the titles, and we can just paste that into here. And I would recommend spending a bit longer on the prompt, because you can only build an automation as good as what you prompt it to. So the output is literally how good your prompt is, because most people get a shit output and blame the AI model or the LLM, which could be Claude, Perplexity, OpenAI, DeepSeek, but it's actually your prompting. And prompt engineering is something I would look into, because I've obviously sped run this, but if you were to spend a good 5-10 minutes on it, you could get way better prompts and way better outputs. But this will do in the meantime. But this is obviously just my flow of going about building automations like this, if that makes sense. So now let's just quickly finish this automation. What we're going to add here is, I believe, let's do a HeyGen. So let's do HeyGen, and we're going to create an avatar video. So if you aren't familiar with HeyGen, it is essentially just a AI cloning platform where you can clone yourself, so you don't have to film the content. And obviously the first part of this automation that we've already built takes away the ideation, so you don't have to think and you don't have to record. So those are two very big pain points for you guys or your clients. So you could even sell this, but yeah, HeyGen is amazing just for like automating everything. in terms of AI video generator. So once you log in, all you need to do is just connect your API key into HeyGen, and it should be as simple as that, to be honest. So once you open up HeyGen and you've got an account, I think you can get some free videos, and you can definitely get an API for free as well. But you may have to pay if you want to upgrade it and stuff like that. But if you click on avatars, what you need to do is actually create your own avatar. So this is allowing you to basically, just have yourself, not have to record the content. So you can see that I've got my one right here, which is a hyper realistic one. If you just click on it, you can just click on hyper realistic avatar. Super simple. And obviously I've used all my avatar slots because I paid for like the $20 a month one. This one, pretty cheap, to be honest. But obviously, you could upgrade if you want more AI avatars, but I've got mine right here, so it's perfect. And once you do that, just make sure you actually upload good footage. And it should obviously link to the thing right here. So if we look at what we actually need to put right here, you can see that we need to obviously select avatar right here. So let's do add this. So you want to add an item, character settings is going to be avatar. Okay, so just a quick tip. If you don't see your avatar right here after creating it, it's because it hasn't had time to load in. So what you need to do is just add your API key again and refresh it, or delete the module and then try again, and you should be able to see your avatar. So if we go into integrations, and or not integrations, but if we go into my settings, so let me just try and find my settings. I think it should be, let me try and see, I actually don't remember. Okay, so if we click on this and go to settings, API, and if I copy my API key in, there we go, boom, boom. Okay, so if you just connect your API key again, it should now give you the option to select your avatar. It's just sometimes it needs a bit of time to actually like load in, if that makes sense. But if we give it a second, and you can see that it's right here. So that's just a quick tip. If you don't see your avatar straight away, just add your API key again, refresh it, and it should be good to go. So once you click your AI avatar, avatar scale can remain as that. Avatar style, keep it as blank. Offset, leave that as it is. Matting, leave that. Voice type is, let me just check what I put right here. So down here, so voice text is going to be, and then the result. So this is quite important. So as you saw right there, do text, and once this loads, voice ID is going to be your voice. Obviously, you need to add your voice in HeyGen. So you can see that I've got my 11 Labs voice right here, but I prefer the one that HeyGen creates, and input text is going to be the result of the ChatGPT. So now, hopefully this makes sense. This should be good to go. We're just mapping the things. So it's honestly pretty easy, in my opinion. All of this can remain the same unless you want to change like the emotion of the voice. Background type, you could change that if you want, but just leave it blank for now. And title of the video, this obviously doesn't matter too much, and you could have the title as this. And honestly, you're good to go from that point. So if it has that red error, don't worry, just try again and it goes away. So that's that. Now, one thing you want to do is add a sleep, because it does take probably a few minutes to actually create the video using your AI clone. So you do want to add a delay of maybe just like 300 seconds. I think that's the max you can do. And then let's just duplicate that just so it has enough time to actually create the video. And then we're going to select HeyGen again. And instead of create an avatar video, because we've already done that. So what we want to do is, I believe, retrieve a video. So if you look at this one, we basically had to have it as get a video. And that's what you want to select right here, get a video. And once you click get a video, and give it a second to load, it should, be in here. So obviously you can leave it as it is, but if we look at what we have right here, give it a second, it's the video ID. So what you need to do is, obviously you want to be able to have this run on autopilot, but you wouldn't be able to do that with new content being created if you just select one of these. So what we want to do is click on the map button. And once you click on that, you can then select the video ID, which is perfect. So now you can see how this is coming together. All we need to do is just choose the getter file, and then we need to just decide where we want to distribute this asset onto. So we're just going to do HTTP, getter file, and we are going to basically just put the, if we look at what this one is, I believe it's just data. So super easy, just go here and then click on the data one, which I believe is I mean, I think if you just do, let me try and think, this one, that should be good enough. And then from this point on, you are cruising, because now you have successfully created the short form content route, which is amazing. We're going to do a long form one, and then we're going to do an email one. So definitely keep watching. We're almost done, to be honest. If you've managed to do this, you can do the rest, I promise. Just keep watching. So yeah, we're going to add a filter though to make sure we can decide which route or which content we want to create based on the newsfeed, which is super sick. But yeah, now if you want to post this onto, let's say, YouTube, you can do that, Twitter, LinkedIn even. So it's really up to you where you want to distribute this video. Obviously, one thing I do recommend doing is just creating a Google Drive upload, just so you have the video as like an actual downloadable file, because then you can really just do it. You can post it manually, because it's still like 90% automated if you think about it. And I think if you can get to that point, that's pretty sick. People want to automate 100% of everything, but I think like getting to 90% automated is amazing. You're doing really well if you can do that. But let's just do Google Drive, and we're going to create a folder. So create a folder. Just connect your Google Drive. Once again, super easy. You just need to sign in. It's actually probably the easiest one to connect. You don't need to understand why we're doing this. Just follow me. You're pretty much almost done. New folder's name, just call this file name. And I believe, yeah, now we're just going to upload. So Google Drive, and we're going to upload a file. So yeah, once again, your Google Drive will be connected if you do that. Folder ID is that. And then it's just get a file. So now, once again, if it does that red thing, just click on it and then do it again. I have a bit of OCD, so I have to like do that. Otherwise, it kind of pisses me off a little bit. But yeah, as I said, from this point on, you can just add another router if you want to do that, because you can really, distribute this like to YouTube. So upload a video, and you can do that for YouTube. And if you want to learn how to do this, it's super simple. For the title, you can even get ChatGPT to create you a title, but you could honestly just put what you want for this. So it could just be like this, but you would want a more optimized one, right? So you'd want ChatGPT to actually create a title for you, if that makes sense. But to speed this video up, let's just use that. And obviously this is the file that we're uploading to YouTube. So that's why we needed to add that Google Drive, because we need to actually upload it as a file. So it needs to be downloaded, which it wouldn't be if we didn't add the Google Drive. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, you're pretty much done. You don't really need to put a film category, maybe just education. Privacy, you can do unlisted, which is what I'd recommend doing, because you want to double check that it's good before actually posting it, right? So unlisted allows you to do that. Description, once again, you could get ChatGPT to create you a description. So if you do decide to use ChatGPT to create you a title or create a description or something else, obviously you can't just have that as one output, because you wouldn't be able to just put a description right here, because that is the entire script. So what you would need to do is do a text parser, or HTML2 text, I think is what it's called inside Make. I'll quickly show that in a second. But that's just if you want to have like a description optimized, title optimized, and obviously you'll need the script optimized as well. So yeah, you can get a bit more technical than this, but this is how it works essentially. So or you could just leave the description blank and manually put that in, because it's unlisted, so it only take 2 seconds. I usually just say something like and subscribe, to be honest. So like and subscribe for more content. And yeah, obviously you will need to use like SEO terminology, but I'll show you how to do that in a second. So now that's amazing, because it's going to distribute the short form to YouTube, which is great. So that's one. You could do Instagram. I won't spend too much time on this because it's pretty much the same. So yeah, Instagram allows you to create a reel post, which is awesome. So it's the same thing, just distributed to a different platform. You can do LinkedIn, which is also pretty sick, and you can use a video post. So you can see how like cracked this could be, especially if maybe you add like other parts to this. But that is just for short form one. Now for the long form one, you pretty much want to do the same thing, just change the prompt for long form, and it's literally the same process, which is super sick. So all you really need to do is, once this loads, I think we did swap it. But yeah, so you can see right here that we have a prompt that is now optimized for long form content. So all we need to do is pretty much just clone this, put it right here, and this is how easy it is. So you can see that we have literally just done a speed run of this insane automation that we can run through. And keep watching, because you need to understand how to actually know what platform this is going to post to, because it can't do like both. So yeah, just keep watching. So what you're probably thinking right now is, that's great, Charlie, you've shown me how to do short form, you've shown me how to do like long form, so long form, and how do you make it, you know, to do the one that you want? So that's where we add a filter. So what we want to do is basically be able to write either short form content, and it will go down this route to create a short form video for YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, you know, TikTok, LinkedIn, or if you wanted to post a long form video based on the newsfeed, you just need to type long form. Now, to actually put this into reality, what we need to do is set up a filter, because it needs to know which route to go down. And this is on a micro level. You can have way more routes than this, but the principles are the same. What we're going to click on is this little spanner right here, and we're going to click on Setup Filter. So for this, the condition is going to be platform, and the text is going to equal short form content, or whatever you want to call it, because that's what we typed right here, and it will go down this route. Or if we want to create the long form one, click on the spanner and make this whatever you want. Filter is the label, that doesn't really matter. And condition, once again, is going to be platform, but instead of short form content, long form, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be like that. But that's just like scratching the surface. If you want to add a newsletter, as I said, you can do that just by adding like ConvertKit or Beehive or Go High Level. You can even do so Lead Connector. That's what, you know, High Level is a CRM. You get the point. Like we've done long form, we've done short form. You could create this into like ads, blogs. I forgot about blogs, but you can really like take this to the next level, where you have like 5 different routers for different platforms, and it's all got like content that's new, it's trending, and it's amazing. So yeah, hopefully you found this video valuable. Now, if you want this automation, I'll put it in the description of this video for free, which is, you know, what this channel is about. I don't want you to pay me for anything. I just want to give you guys all the value. And if you like the video, you know, you can subscribe. That's, you know, all I really want. That would mean the world. Most of you aren't subscribed, which shocks me, because yeah, we honestly are going to be dropping some crazy content. Or if you're more serious about scaling using AI, we have a community that basically shows you how to make money using AI and selling AI, which is what we're about. And one of our unique selling points is that we actually have an ecosystem of softwares that we give you, which is something no one else is doing in the market. So not only do we help you make more money with AI, we actually give you softwares so you'll save money from, you know, not having to pay other softwares, basically, because I know how expensive it can get when you start an agency or another form of service-based business. So yeah, we have lead scrapers, we have cold DM automation tools we give you for Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. And of course, you get free Go High Level to send emails, texts, and cold calls at no extra cost. So you actually save money as well as get a bunch of cool shit, and you are motivated by all the other amazing people in the community. So that is something that I would recommend checking out, which will also be in the description. But the goal of this video is not to sell you anything. It is to provide value and give you stuff for free to, yeah, help you. So hope you enjoyed. As I said, like, subscribe, comment what automations you want me to build next, and I'll catch you in the next video. And I'll put some videos up here that you can watch right now. Take it easy and have an amazing day.